Assalamu alaikum dear audience. In today's video, I would be talking about the Puritan age in English literature. I'll discuss its historical background and the characteristics of the Puritan age, its genres, and the themes in the Puritan literature. First of all, I'll discuss the historical background of the Puritan age, and after the death of James I in 1625, the new monarch Charles I took religious persecution to a new level. He was asked by the parliament to sign the petition of rights, but he continued to show open disregard to parliament. He also suffered unsuccessful foreign expeditions to France, and after the Civil War in 1642, there was a division into the Cavalier and Royalists and Roundheads or Parliament. And the Civil War helped the Puritans to set up the Commonwealth. Oliver Cromwell was able to galvanize a military dictatorship during protectorate up until 1660 when monarchy was restored. And the Puritans came to American land in search of religious freedom from Anglican Church and the High Church and the persecution of the Puritans under the king and queen of the time. And the first Puritan or pilgrim settlement is at Plymouth. The Puritans had a huge cultural and political role in crystallizing the American life. Their imported notions regarding religious and enlightenment from the backdrop of new settlement culture. The prominent writer of the age, William Bradford, John Winthrop, Edward Taylor, and William Bradford wrote extensively about Puritan life in terms of honest and hardworking folks. Okay, he celebrated the heroism of simple or ordinary people. John Winthrop also described the various enterprises of the Puritan life with spirituality being the ultimate objective. And in routine life, there were activities like governance, trading, and farming. The most prominent writer of the age in England was John Milton, with works like Paradise Lost and Paradise Regained. Some other works are John Bunyan's The Pilgrim's Progress, Walden's Complete Angler, and Sir Thomas Bone's Religio Medici. Okay, next we have the characteristics of the Puritan age. First of all, genres, first person narratives were commonplace in the writing of Puritan age, especially in the form of journals and diaries. Okay, most of the literature produced in Puritan age was in form of journals and diaries. There were personal accounts of early Americans, colonialists, depicting tales of the traveling to new lands, immigration, and everyday struggle. And these acted as the bequest of the handed down of generations to come in the future. As many American settlers had left their families back in England, and the latter also became the popular form of writing. Okay, the main genre of writing included religious sermons, historical narratives, and personal journals and poetry as well. Okay, next we have the themes of the Puritan age, and first of all, we have the first theme, that is the common themes include religious and political idealism. There is also an insistence on practicalism and pragmatism of day-to-day life. Next, the religious discourse emphasizes the concept of predestination and inevitability of sin and a strong sense of guilt and shame. And there is heavy usage of symbolism, especially from the religious scripture. Okay, the use of symbolism in Puritan literature was on its heavy use. And the age is known for the heavy influence of biblical text as well. For example, Old Testament and books like the book of Jeremiah. And the next genre, the genre known as the Jeremiads, was split into three portions. The first acts toward the faith of the past generations, and the second is denigrated the sins of the present age, and the third make appeals for repentance and contribution. And there was an influence of natural phenomena like earthquakes, fires, floods, etc. And the people of the age were interested in learning about nature and the science of God's design in nature. Okay. Next theme is that other thematic works include the idea of reformation or regeneration, unity and free choice, and order were also political manifestations. The concept of struggle between the world and the spirituality was also explored, and as most families visited the church and attended religious sermons, the writing itself reflects the biblical style of construction. There was also a demonization of the native Indians who were described as followers of the Satanism. Okay, these were the themes of Puritan poetry and Puritan literature. Now we have the writing style applied by Puritan writers and authors and poets as well. And that is the writing style of the Puritan age was predominantly plan. Okay, now we have the writing style of the Puritan poets and authors. The writing style of the Puritan age was predominantly planned with simple sentences and language. Okay, a metaphorical construction were in limited use, and excessive ornamentation or dramatic appeals were discouraged. Okay, symbolism from and scripture was used to make sermons impactful. The main motive was to tell the truth of godly existence in a commonly understandable form, and therefore the use of Greek mythology or forms of classical literature was avoided. Use of fictional elements was limited to the extent of blasphemy. Puritans believed that literature should not be used for entertainment. It must be used in the service of religious discourse. This is a point to be noted, that Puritans believed that literature should not be used for entertainment. It must be used in the service of the religious discourse. Okay, तो वाडिस इजाज़त दीजिए, खुदा हाफिज़. Thanks for watching.